Have you ever felt like you're posting and posting content, but nothing seems to take off? Like you're speaking into the void while others keep growing nonstop? Well, you're probably making the same mistake thousands of people make, creating content without strategy, without direction, as if Instagram or YouTube were just aesthetic galleries instead of real business ecosystems. And that's where the big difference lies between someone who just makes content and a true digital entrepreneur. In this video, we're going to answer all the key questions you need to figure out in order to create content that makes money on YouTube. So, what does it really mean to create content like a digital entrepreneur? It's not just about having a pretty feed or posting videos that look pro. It's about building a communication system that works for you. Think of it like building a house. If you lay brick by brick without a plan, you end up with a structure you don't even know how to use. But if you start with a clear blueprint, every brick has a purpose, and the house works. That's exactly how your content should be. It should be designed to attract, nurture, convert, and retain. Every piece must have a reason to exist. So, where do you start? YouTube isn't just an entertainment platform. It's a machine of opportunities that can completely transform your professional life. But here's the problem. Most people are playing this game with the wrong rules. They focus on what doesn't matter and overlook what truly makes a difference. Do you need 100,000 subscribers to be profitable? The answer may surprise you. Absolutely not. Let me tell you something that will change your perspective forever. I've seen channels with just 10,000 subscribers make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. How is that possible? The key isn't the quantity, it's the quality of your audience. You don't want curious onlookers just window shopping. You want real buyers. Think about it. Would you rather have 100,000 people who'll never buy anything from you, or 5,000 people who actually need what you offer and are ready to pay for it? So, what is CPM and RPM on YouTube? Before we move on, you need to understand what CPM and RPM are. CPM stands for cost per mil, cost per thousand impressions. It's what advertisers are willing to pay for every 1,000 times their ad is shown on YouTube. It includes all the ad revenue generated before YouTube takes its cut. It varies depending on country, language, niche, and time of year. For example, if your CPM is $20, it means that advertisers are paying $20 total for every 1,000 monetized views, but you don't keep all of that. RPM stands for revenue per mil, earnings per thousand views. It's the actual money you receive as a creator for every 1,000 total views, after YouTube takes its share. This includes views with and without ads, so it's usually lower than the CPM. So which niches really make money? Not all niches are equally profitable. Why do some niches pay more than others? Because the perceived value and the audience's ability to pay are completely different. Here's a strategic ranking of the 9 most profitable niches based on their CPM, what advertisers pay for 1,000 views, and RPM, what creators actually earn per 1,000 views. This will help you decide wisely where to focus your channel if your goal is to scale revenue. 1. Personal finance and investing is the absolute king of monetization. Topics like credit cards, insurance, crypto, and taxes attract banks and fintech advertisers willing to pay top dollar. Perfect for courses, consulting, or affiliate offers. 2. Business, entrepreneurship, and automation are booming thanks to AI. These niches monetize very well through digital tools, authority content, and online courses. They attract a global audience, great for LinkedIn, YouTube, and podcasts. 3. Digital marketing and productivity work great if you deliver structured, practical, high-value content. Excellent for affiliate products, services, and educational programs. 4. Online education, like languages and skills, is ideal if you sell your own courses or digital products. It has strong retention and high perceived value. great for automation and sales funnels. 5. Self-development, relationships, and psychology are mid to high in profitability. They can go viral if they touch on emotions, habits, or mindset. Ideal for building a community and personal brand. 6. Health and fitness are always trending and in high demand, but monetization is limited due to medical policies. Still, it grows through wellness, lifestyle, and routine-related content. 7. General entertainment is super viral, but hard to monetize unless you have strong sponsorships or a loyal community. Great for rapid growth, but lower earnings per view. 8. Vlogs, lifestyle, and travel are among the lowest CTM niches unless you have a strong personal brand or direct sponsors. Good for building community, but less profitable by default. 9. Gaming is a saturated niche with low RPM. To monetize, you need Twitch, memberships, or a very loyal audience. Not ideal for passive income through ad sets. So, what does that mean? That's why if your goal is to monetize through AdSense, courses, or affiliate marketing, focus on the top 4 niches. They're the most profitable and offer real scaling potential. But remember, beyond CPM, what matters most is solving a real problem for your audience. Even in lower paying niches, you can earn great money if you deeply understand your community. So, which countries make the most money on YouTube per 1,000 views? Here's the top 10 countries with the highest CPM and RPM, ideal if you're thinking about which languages to create content in or which audience to target to maximize your AdSense income. Norway in Norwegian and English is one of the most profitable markets. There's little local content, which means very little competition and high value per view. The United States in English is the most sought-after market for global brands. If you create content in English and focus on the US, you can reach the highest ad revenue. Australia in English is very profitable for content about digital products, finance, and education, and has a high ad conversion rate. Switzerland in German and French is a market with a strong interest in finance and investments, ideal for money, insurance, or premium education. The United Kingdom in English is an audience with high search volume and an educated public, perfect for scaling value-driven channels. Canada in English and French behaves very similar to the US, but with less competition, a good option for bilingual content. Germany in German is excellent for talking about technology, productivity, and finance. It has a solid and stable CPM. Sweden in Swedish and English is a country with high audience retention. You'd have a great opportunity if you combine valuable content with longer videos. The Netherlands in Dutch and English shows a stable and predictable CPM, perfect for consistent creators. The United Arab Emirates in English and Arabic, while a smaller niche, pays high for content about luxury, business, and Islamic finance. If you want to grow fast and earn more income, creating content in English or multilingual content for audiences in Norway, the US, Switzerland, or Australia can give you a huge competitive advantage. But you can also explore less competitive markets like the UAE, Germany, or Sweden. Do long videos perform better than short ones? It completely depends on your goal. Short videos are perfect for attracting and giving people a taste of what you do. They're like appetizers. But if you want to really convert and build a strong personal brand, long-form content is your best ally. Why? Because the more time someone spends with you, the more trust they build. And trust is what turns viewers into customers. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe to Cash Loop so you don't lose sight of this channel and start generating money on social media using your best ally, artificial intelligence. Does mixing long and short content confuse the algorithm? Not at all. This is a completely false belief. The algorithm doesn't get confused because people consume multiple formats. I myself can watch a short on the subway, a long video at home, and a live stream at work. The key is knowing your ideal customer. If that person watches shorts, make them. If not, don't waste your time there. Everything revolves around that specific person who can pay you, who you enjoy working with, and who you have something valuable to offer. How consistent should I be with posting? Consistency matters, but not in the way you think. There are two strategies that work perfectly. One, the podcaster strategy. You publish consistently because your audience builds the habit of expecting you. They look forward to your new episode every Monday. Two, the library strategy. You build a content archive that works for you 24/7 for years. To start, I recommend at least 2 playlists of 3 to 5 videos each before promoting your channel. You don't want someone to land in an empty library. Do thumbnails and titles not matter if the content is good? This is completely false and the most expensive mistake you can make. The most successful creators in the world spend 50% of their time on ideation, competitive analysis, thumbnails, and titles. The other 50% on making the video. In the Spanish-speaking world, we do the exact opposite. 95% of the time on the video and leave the thumbnail and title for the end. Your content might be pure gold, but if it's badly packaged, no one will click it. It's like having the best gift in the world wrapped in dirty newspaper. Should I delete videos that don't perform? No, and here's why. When you delete a video, you lose all the data YouTube had collected about how your audience interacted with that content. You lose valuable insights. If a video isn't performing, first ask yourself why. If the content is good but the presentation fails, change the thumbnail and the title. If the entire video is problematic, simply move it to the end of your playlists, but never delete it. Why is YouTube different from other platforms? YouTube isn't just a social network, it's a complete ecosystem. Think about it. It's the second largest search engine in the world after Google. It's the #1 global education platform. It's the #1 TV channel in the US, surpassing Netflix and HBO. It's multi-platform. You can consume it on your phone, tablet, computer, TV, or even in your car. It's multi-format. Podcasts, courses, long-form videos, shorts, live streams. And here's the revolutionary part. There are no entry barriers. Before, to appear on TV, you needed a production company. Now, anyone can create TV-quality content from home. How do you structure a title that gets clicks? Always start with the most important part. Common mistake? Chapter 5, How to Make Money on YouTube. Correct, how to make money on YouTube even with few subscribers. The first thing someone reads should hook them. Don't make people work to figure out what your video is about. What makes a good thumbnail? A good thumbnail should be tested in 2 key places. First, on mobile, where most people discover content. Second, on TV, where long-form content is consumed. Your thumbnail must look perfect on a phone screen and also stand out on a 55-inch TV. It's a delicate balance, but crucial for success. What factors does the algorithm consider? The algorithm looks for signals of satisfaction. The 2 most important metrics are watch time and average view duration. If your video keeps people glued to the screen, YouTube will recommend it more. But here's another secret: post-view satisfaction. Did the person feel good after watching your video? Did they look for more of your content? Those signals are gold for the algorithm. When is the best time to make the thumbnail? Before filming the video. It might sound strange, but here's why it works. When you're clear on the thumbnail, you're clear on the video's core message. The thumbnail forces you to define the main point you want to communicate. It's like writing the headline of an article before writing the article. It keeps you focused on what really matters. How do I know if my strategy is working? Data doesn't lie, but you need to know how to read it. YouTube Studio gives you all the information you need, but don't focus only on views or subscribers. Look at watch time, click-through rate on thumbnails, and audience retention. And most importantly, check if you're attracting your ideal customer. 1,000 subscribers from your perfect audience are worth more than 100,000 who will never buy anything. What is the future of YouTube? We're witnessing a historic transformation. YouTube is already the #1 podcasting platform in the world. It's the most watched channel on US TV. It's the largest educational content search engine on the planet. People no longer say Google it, they say look it up on YouTube. Traditional TV is losing viewers while YouTube is gaining them. And here's the opportunity. We're still in the early years of this transformation. Those who position themselves now will have a massive competitive advantage in the coming years. Conclusion. The time is now. YouTube doesn't reward those who try, it rewards those who know how to play the game. The rules are clear. Know your ideal audience, create valuable content, package it professionally, use data to improve, and think in terms of multiple income streams. The content revolution already happened. Now anyone can compete with major production companies, but only those who understand these rules will build truly successful businesses. The future is in your hands. The question isn't whether YouTube will keep growing. The question is whether you'll take advantage of this historic opportunity. Are you ready to play for real? One last piece of advice? Stop playing at being an influencer and start building like a digital entrepreneur. Because at the end of the day, content that doesn't sell is content that burns out. But content that builds a system, that content never stops delivering results. Did you enjoy this way of understanding content? If you want to keep learning how to create faceless content using AI and real growth strategies, like this video and drop a comment telling me which tools you'd like to learn about. I upload weekly videos with resources you can start using today to grow your digital business. See you in the next loop.